So speaking of ideal client, who do you work with? Who are some of your clients?
Our clients, for me personally, they tend to be smaller companies that are really good at what they do, but they're not really good at maybe growing their business. Their customer service might not be where it needs to be. They're struggling with building a team. We know as entrepreneurs, the smaller the business, the more hats that you wear.
Right.
And, there are people that are just two people in the company and they got all these hats that they have to wear. And they realize that it's better to pay somebody like me to help them with their HR or help them with their sales or help them with their, growth strategies. That's a more successful model than them working longer hours, trying to fit more into, their life. So I tend to work with smaller companies that are really good at what they do. They're very profitable. They just need to move into that next level.
Yeah.
So, whether I have one client that started with 2 people and 5 years later, they're up to 9, and their growth is taking off. And, I had something to do with it, but they had way more to do with it than I do. But a lot of it is holding people accountable, which is a big, huge thing that coaches and consultants do.
That's a huge part. Yeah. Showing them making them aware of what's possible with their business, right? The education of those business building best practices, and then the accountability.
Absolutely. The accountability to me is key because we've all invested a ton of time and energy in going to a seminar, going to a 1-day thing, half-day thing, even a 1-hour Zoom, where you pay whatever to go see something and they're going to tell you 10 tips to whatever, which is great. The problem is that when you go off of that call, what do you do with that information? And on my podcast, I tell people specifically, here's a great tip. Now, don't just leave and don't do anything with it. This guest is giving you a piece of gold. If we gave you a check and you never cash it, you never are able to take advantage of that. So here's somebody's writing you a check, but we need you to go to the bank. We need you to do something with that. So I think that's where I like to spend my time, is helping people go to the bank in that respect.
Awesome.